Y'all see it?
Ciento. Cien. We at the 100th episode. My goodness. This cray.
Yeah, let me
Yeah, let's get the social media stuff, out the way. What up, y'all? Tell a friend to tell a friend. Phone a friend. I really wish I had music, but you remember when we started with music, we kept getting like that was early. That was early. We kept getting shut down, y'all.
Yes. DA, thank you so much. Ben Doc.
Yes.
Y'all see it. I had to. Y'all see the balloons?
Yes. 100.
It's backwards, but y'all know what it is. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Shantae wanted to bring her wine, but she was perfect.
Y'all gonna know the real me. It's only a select few. Spin Doc, DA. Y'all can know, but
Right. It ain't for everybody.
Yeah, he thought I was on about 100 balloons.
No. Just the 100.
Yes. Yeah, why? Yeah, listen, Brittany, tell him. Honestly, Little Smack Shantae is actually mad funny.
Yo.
I'm not mad funny, but like
Shantae is unhinged when she has wine.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Very fun to be around. She take it up a notch.
Come on.
She's already naturally funny, y'all. Like
they don't know.
If y'all didn't notice that.
They don't know. But
I take it to the top. Take it to the top. Don't stop. Episode 100 though. What up, y'all? 7 p.m. slot Sunday. Yo, to be really honest, when we first started this, hey, yo, it was discouraging because nobody was in the rooms with us. But we not here for that.
You took the words out of my mouth. Like, we wasn't doing it for that.
Right? We wasn't doing it for that in the first place. But I just wanted to let y'all know that's how anything starts. Nobody cares in the beginning. And then, we kind of build momentum. But episode 100.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Hey, let me make sure I get IG. Everybody's been so sweet. Like,
absolutely.
Shouts to Jones. Yes, consistency. Thank you so much, Spin Doc. And Spin Doc, honestly, is one of the OGs.
That's a fact.
Really just supporting from early on.
Big facts.
Just excited to be here.
We are very grateful and appreciative of the support along the way. Like we didn't, when you go on your journey, you don't know who's gonna come out the woodworks and show up for you. So, we just are grateful that we have a group of people that show up for us, So thank y'all. Really, truly, honestly appreciate it for real. Like from the bottom of my heart. And I'm sure Shantae can say the same.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now we get interviewed. What kept you two going when the views were low or the motivation dipped? That's a good question. What kept us motivated?
The purpose.
Right.
The purpose. And you know what we did? We did research. I don't know if a lot of y'all noticed, but we did some field work before we actually started this show. Okay. So the whole brainchild of 21 titles came out of us doing a tech incubator, if you want to say, right? Hooking up with Florio Labs. And then that prompted us to do research, market research, and we went out into the streets and asked people questions. We had surveys and we were asking people, questions about NIL because we started to see the shifting trends, right? And in our communities, nobody
Mm-hmm.
about it. We talking NIL, name, image, likeness. We would go up to people at the parks. Like, we really did our market research at Uptown Challenge, to be
Nah, for real. Shouts to Uptown Challenge for allowing us to come for
yeah.
what, a few summers, set up shop, educate, not just, collect like information, but also just educate.
Yeah.
Educate student athletes and parents
Hmm.
about, blockchain technology and how, this could ultimately affect NIL, it being, another stream of income possibly, and how athletes were not just athletes.
Right.
They're more than that.
Absolutely. We had the whiteboard out there. Like, seriously, we just went full
Yeah, marketing
guerrilla
and
marketing,
collecting information and data.
collecting information, data, touching the people, talking to the people, and ultimately this is and also too we went to the conferences. That was the big thing.
Yeah.
The tech conferences. So before we did this, we were in Web3 as project managers with Black NFT Art, Umba Daima, helping in that space because we felt like, hey, all the stuff that's going on in this space is eventually going to translate and move into sports. So,
Literally, this was during Clubhouse.
yeah,
Because we was on Clubhouse too.
right.
We was on Clubhouse talking about tech, but we was also talking about basketball. Um, and we was talking about how important storytelling was too. We talked about it. We
Yeah,
talked about it in 2020. We
that's a
talked
fact.
about it. So, Clubhouse was hard. Clubhouse was lit.
Yo, too many hours on Clubhouse though. Like
Too many.
Clubhouse.
You had Clubhouse, then you had Twitter. We had
Yeah.
that's another thing.
Twitter Spaces.
Getting our numbers up on Twitter, connecting with the community that way was an
Yeah.
interesting time. Um, yeah, I lost a lot of sleep on Clubhouse too. Da had another question. How has your content evolved from episode 1 to episode 100? Well, I'll just start off by saying we didn't have StreamYard. Did we? I don't think we had StreamYard the first.
No,
No.
we started on StreamYard in like episode 37.
Yeah.
We was
So
just
let's
straight
start
on
there.
IG.
We
Just
were
straight
just
on
on
IG.
IG.
Yep.
No YouTube, no Twitter, straight IG. I know my Wi-Fi was kind of janky at my, you know, shout out to my mama, but you know, um, we started, especially Brittany. Brittany, really started diving deep into like how we can grow, as content creators. Like, how do we get more people to gravitate to this useful information that we're giving every week?
Right.
And I'm gonna let Brittany answer that because
Yeah, I mean, I kind of was inspired from Web3. Like, we met a lot of like graphic artists and Web3 artists, and they just talked about how they learned how to create their own content over time. Essentially, like, uh, what is his? I can't even remember his name right now, but he was a big NFT artist, and his trailers used to be crazy. I'm like, who is making these trailers for him? And essentially, we got a chance to ask him that question. He was like, I make my own trailers. He's like, I've gotten good in video editing because I didn't have the resources and the money to kind of like outsource that. So I got really good at learning how to do it myself. And that kind of motivated me to want to learn how to use Instagram, use Canva, there was another app that I used to use, Mojo app. But just getting familiar with editing software and stuff like that, like I don't know none of this how to edit. AI actually is a big help to that, like learning about these apps and stuff like that. So that seeing other people do it for themselves kind of inspired us to kind of create content and me to kind of dive more into it. So thank you for that question. What episode are you most proud of and why does it stand out to you?
Ooh,
That's a good
that's
question.
hard. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Let me think. For me, I forget. I think this is one of the episodes in 40, but when we interviewed Natasha Cammey, I think that was a significant episode because Natasha was actually like the first person to reach out to us and initiate the conversation. Like she's like, I like what y'all doing. I see what y'all doing. I'd like to get an interview with y'all. And from then on, she's been our favorite referee.
Favorite referee.
Yeah. So
Um,
that's one for me.
for me, I don't think they were necessarily like part of the 100, but when we did the Women's Month tribute and we had, you know, previous like pro basketball players on there, people we used to hoop with, people we just um we grew to like form relationships with along the way, and those women coming on and us learning more about their journeys. And I think that was a highlight because, again, to your point, like I think outside of before Natasha, I think that for us to have like had enough like have enough confidence to reach out to a few people and be like, let's see if they'll be interested in coming on and get an interview for Women's History Month was, I think, a big step for us too.
Yeah.
And it was just cool getting to learn more about the people that we already know. But I think that was a pivotal part in us interviewing people and just doing a podcast.
Yeah. And I think that also, since Shantae said it, that was significant because we also kind of introduced spaces to a couple of people that we interviewed. Like us being able to introduce a new technology to somebody is kind of fire because, we talk about technology and innovative things. So like a lot of, I remember Corinne was like, I ain't never did spaces before, so y'all gotta kind of like walk me through this. And I'm like, no problem. Like
And it was like
that's right.
still
So
new, like when people weren't using spaces.
right.
I
I've
think we were
been
early adopters of
yeah,
spaces.
facts. I've been on 1,000 spaces now. So it's and people get nervous when they go on, spaces and stuff like that.
Y'all, I used to get nervous. Let me
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
y'all, yes, I'm a lawyer, but I do not like publicly speaking all the time.
yeah.
This was an adjustment for me. And I think that kind of goes to like DA's question. What's one behind the scenes struggle that your audience would be surprised to hear about? I struggle publicly speaking. I've gotten 100 times better and more
Yes.
comfortable because of the podcast or because we go live every week. I promise you. Before going live every week, I used to be like, no, I don't like it. I'm very much a behind the scenes type of person.
That's a fact.
But I've gotten a lot more comfortable And that has influenced how I show up in different spaces, even outside of us going live on social media. Like even in person, I'm a lot more comfortable just speaking, publicly speaking. So it's translated to different parts of my personal life too.
Let me see how I can answer that. What's one of mine? Um, when you're trying to get guests on the show and they don't communicate with you, that's a struggle. I hate that. I'm gonna be honest. Like, just as a courtesy, like text or like just just give a heads up. Like that's a pet peeve. You know, we set a schedule. We set a schedule, and obviously we have other jobs. So this, so time is an important asset for us. So when people don't, you know, honor the time in which we set, that pisses me off. That's a struggle. That's a struggle. So yeah. Okay. If you could give advice to your episode one selves, what would you say? Hmm.
Just keep going, honestly, because I didn't think, not that I didn't think we was gonna get here. I just didn't know like the amount of people we were gonna meet along the way. Even DA,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
I didn't. DA, you hollered at us. Like I didn't know that you were paying attention to what we were doing over here in our cozy corner, like of
Mm-hmm.
the internet. And so, um, I would just say keep going and enjoy the ride. But definitely, yeah, wouldn't have foreseen meeting the people and getting the opportunities we've been getting since starting.
Um, you belong. You belong right along all these other people, all these big brands. You belong in these spaces. You have you know, uh yeah, like so like I'll just explain to you what that means. So like when I first did my first game doing media in the WNBA, I was nervous. I was very nervous, okay? Very nervous going into the media room, not knowing how to approach people, like voice cracking. I was nervous. So, like, going in there and seeing people just confidently pick up the mic, understanding how the joint works behind the scenes, like, you belong. I didn't think in the beginning, I was like, I was a little nervous and had a little anxiety, but like once you start warming up, we belong in these rooms, baby, because they be asking some crazy questions. And they need more questions from people who played basketball before, because a lot of the reporters, and I'm going to go back to what Asia said, a lot of the reporters, y'all ain't never played a game. So essentially, y'all don't have any touch points for real. Like, um, but hey, if you've been doing it for years, I respect you, and I'll give you your just due and your respect. But dog, I want to see more people that played sports get into the other side. So you belong. Okay, what are all the platforms you stream your show on, and what went behind the decision in choosing where you want your content? Great question. Great question. So we use StreamYard, and we stream to YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter or X. And essentially, first and foremost, like we said in the beginning, we started on Instagram, and one of the reasons why we made a shift to YouTube is because Instagram was shadow banning. We realized that Instagram was shadow banning our lives, because we went from getting anywhere from 100 views, 200 views, to basically like 10. And I'm like, nah, something's going on. So essentially, we seen what they were doing at the 9450, and they were streaming from every which way, and we were like, maybe that's something that we can do. I essentially already had StreamYard, because I just learned about this through, but I really never used it like that. So seeing DA and K Dot and all of them use the StreamYard was like, all right, we got to get on it. That's how we kind of made the shift from Instagram to YouTube. And then we were already on Twitter, again, from our Web3 days, and we had a pretty significant following on Twitter. So we're just like, we're going to focus on those three platforms for now, because we're getting the most traction. And yeah, on Twitter, we almost had 1,000 followers. So I think that's our next kind of big milestone, if you will. So thank you for those questions. That was fire. Oh no. Oh no. Y'all, I wish this was recorded, because this would have went viral. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This would have went viral. This would have went viral. Okay? I ain't even tell y'all that I fell at the draft. Chair broke while I was eating. That's crazy. DA was sitting right next to me. And I bust my bleep. Like, y'all know from Friday when Ezel's like, he's my neck and my back. Like, I should have did that. That's how I
I
felt.
told you that's what you should have did. Yeah.
I fell.
I didn't see it, y'all.
All the other media members were like this.
Mm-hmm.
And the servers, the people that were serving the food, they came there. They're like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay?" I should have really acted. I should have had my best acting persona on that day, man. But yeah, that was something. That's something I'll never forget. Yikes.
Right.
All right. Well, I mean,
Thank y'all for the questions.
facts. Facts.
What a mini interview.
For real. I mean, we usually on the other side. That's crazy. Yeah, so we want to begin, Roxanne?
We can begin. Well, you can be. We're gonna do some recaps of the games that happened on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I mean, do you want to start off with the Storm versus the Sun, which was on Friday?
Yes. Let's get to it. Well, tonight, and as always, we recap the recurrent events of the week. What are our favorite headlines from sports news, NIL, brand deal news, business, and we always wrap it up with some culture, music, art, film, fashion, food, whatever that comes down to. Tonight, we actually going to be playing some games at the end, so tune into that. We got some gifts to give away. Yeah, we got some merchandise to give away. I'm thinking about another gift too, Shantae. But I think I'm gonna make that decision towards the end of the show.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
We are going to start with some WNBA game recaps. Then we'll get into the discussion about the salary cap and the proposal that the WNBA players basically put in, and they rejected from the WNBA. So we'll get into that. We'll talk about Angel Reese gracing the 2K6 cover, and her new sneakers, her signature shoe. Uh, then we'll go into Juju Watkins speculating her signature shoe. And then we have some more NIL breakdowns. Did y'all know that the NCAA potentially may be expanding the field? Okay. Also, Nigeri Kennedy lands another NIL deal. She was the first softball player to get a $1 million deal we talked about in previous episodes. And then we'll be talking about the Big East media rights relationship. And then we're going to finish it with some tech. Denmark. I'm sure Shantae will be excited about talking about how they're going to get past AI, name, image, likeness. Okay. And then we'll finish it with some culture. All right, y'all. So, yeah, the first game that I watched on Friday, I'm sure DA will talk about this in the comments too. What was Bria Hartley doing?
See, I didn't have time to go back. I watched some of it, but I did not see that. I ain't see that. I didn't get there.
Okay. If y'all get a chance, y'all should go back and watch the highlights and see towards the end of the game what happened. Bria Hartley, sometimes you just get frustrated as a player, and you give a boot to another player that's in the way. She literally kind of like pushed Skylar, and it wasn't a basketball play. And she did another thing, like the next play after that, she almost hurt somebody else. I think it was Gabby Williams. She almost hurt her too. And I'm just like, nah, somebody needs to chop on the neck. He said, I'm on Hartley's side. Skylar did the homie. Look. I don't care about that. They was in each other's face. I'm just happy Skylar showed some restraint, to be quite honest. Because they was in each other's face. You know how you get in somebody's face and you be like that? You know how the boxers be before the boxing and they be in each other's face? Like, that's how they got. And Skylar ain't do nothing. But as soon as one of her teammates came over, she was like, I don't care. Whatever. But Bria Hartley was wilding. Okay?
She been wilding though, because didn't she just pull Angel Reese's hair a few?
She did, right?
Yeah, she did.
And she was like,
I love a good callback. Yeah, she been wilding. So
yeah, she definitely been wilding. So,
she's been wilding.
Just to get back into the game, the Sun are struggling without Marina Mabry. Okay? Offense just looks very stagnant. Tina Charles had 20 points. She was probably the highlight of the game for them. It wasn't a good game for the Sun. The Storm, however, they were balling. The Storm had 4 starters finish in double figures. Okay, you had Nneka Ogwumike had 16, Gabby Williams 18, Ezzy Magabor, she had 14, Skylar had 14. Also, even though Erica Wheeler finished with 6 points, she had the highest plus-minus percentage rating of the night at plus 17 because she also had 5 assists, 4 steals, and 1 turnover. Okay? I really love E. Wheeler at the point for the Storm. Like in the beginning of the game, in the beginning of the season, she was scoring a lot more. Like she had more scoring, but I like her because she's gonna set the tone for the Storm. Okay? This allows Skylar to play in the 2 position and the off guard position. So I feel like Skylar's a little bit more crafty when she plays off the ball. Even though when she got the ball in her hand, she still get busy. But I like that Erica provides her some relief because Erica also can hit shots too. But yeah, the Sun, Sanaya Rivers, she got to shoot better.
defense though.
Yeah,
She's
yeah, yeah. She brings the energy on defense. I like that. From Sanaya, but I feel like she's like a streaky shooter. And she was even more. She was so in when she was at NC State too. I would like to see her be a more consistent shooter. Like obviously we see her on the defensive side. I think that she can be a dynamic two-way player in the end when it's all said and done. But she has to be a more consistent shooter, um, and obviously continue to keep her intensity on defense like she does, because she gonna get in that.
yeah, she is.
She gonna get in that. Okay.
I want to shout out Jody because she definitely brought up what we talked about right before the this live. She said Marina and Sanaya are the best new social media duo,
Yes,
and
they are.
they are.
They sure are. Like I seen a tweet talking about did Marina and Sanaya troll themselves into a relationship? Y'all really be
It's
worried about the
social media.
wrong thing all the time. Like, oh, Jesus. But
It's funny though.
they are definitely funny off camera, like with the dancing
Mm-hmm.
and all of that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was the Friday game that I caught. The other Friday game was the Dream versus the Fever. The Fever came out victorious. Aaliyah Boston. I mean, people not really talking about her like that, but old girl doing work. She had 19.6 rebounds, 8 assists. That 8 assists is cray cray. But I don't think people are talking enough about what AB doing over there.
Jordan, I want to shout out Jordan Canada because
Jordan
she's
Canada been balling.
who been who who
Yeah,
been
She been balling.
she been getting to it.
Yeah, on Friday she had a 30 ball.
Smoking, y'all.
Yeah,
Like
I like Jordan Canada.
6 for 11 from the field,
Mm-hmm.
50% from the field. She had 8 assists, 3 rebounds, and a 30 ball.
Yeah,
Led the team. I
yeah.
think this is the game. Okay, yes. Now I remember when Ryan. Okay, I watched this
Ryan
game.
hurt her knee.
She hurt a knee.
Okay.
That's why she ain't play today.
Yeah.
Um, she hyperextended her knee. That was the first game she played without her knee brace. And quite literally, she was driving to the basket and her knee, she hyperextended it. It didn't even buckle. It just
Yeah.
like I was like, all right, man. So she couldn't put it sucks.
Wow.
She came back though. She got back on the floor. Because she's just tough. And after the half, she was hobbling around, still was, getting to it, but she was limping in the
Yeah.
second half. um, again, hoping she's okay. She did not play today. Um, but yes, now I remember that game. Um, but Jordan Canada, she carried.
Mm.
She
I like that.
she carried. But just they couldn't get it done. Um, Caitlin was struggling. She ended with 12 points. She's just coming back from her groin injury,
Yeah.
and then she's been struggling shooting the ball. She was struggling, still struggling to shoot the ball. She was 5 for 17 from the field. But Kelsey is Kelseying. Still getting that ball to in the basket. She had 25 points. Sophie Cunningham, she had 16 points. So that was Friday's games. Friday's
Mm-hmm.
games. Saturday. Saturday. Who plays Saturday? The Lynx and the
Yeah,
Sky.
I didn't see that, but I got to go back because
It's
just
good.
looking at the highlights of Angel Reese,
That's what I want
Yo,
to talk about because we said this on the podcast. I mean, we said this on our weekly recap. Angel Reese is gonna get better, and we're gonna have to watch it in real time. I don't know what episode we said this on, but we have said it.
yeah,
She's gonna continue to get better, and we're gonna be watching it in real time. As of late, let me tell you something. The game is slowing down a little bit
yeah.
for Angel Reese. It's slowing
Yo,
down a little bit. And
yo.
now, I mean, DA, I gotta call you out a little bit because the week when we last went live, Camilla, I don't know if she should go. Nah, it's slowing down. Camilla, when she came back from overseas and came back, it's as if
A shift.
a shift happened. It's a lot of high low happening.
Yeah.
And everybody is looking like, okay, we in our second year. Like it's fine, like they're getting settled into their second year. But Angel Reese, all that me bound stuff people was talking about her field goal percentage. Her field goal percentage has gone up. The game is slowing down. I love how Camilla is being more dominant. I said this about her a few episodes ago about how I wanted her to get more physical on the block and hold that position. And that's what we're starting to see. She's becoming more dominant offensively in the paint. She's demanding the ball. She's fighting for position. She's not always looking to pass, but she's now looking to score. That's what we saw Saturday. Like we already talked about, Angel Reese, the game is slowing down for her. She's making better decisions. And what I'm realizing is that once Angel Reese catches the ball at the top of the key, it's game time now.
Yeah.
Now she's hitting the midi.
Yo.
She's hitting the midi. She's going to hit you with a in and out.
Yo, the in and out was crazy.
She's going to hit you with a in and out. And then she's either going to shoot it or she's going to pass it. But she doesn't look, she doesn't look frazzled.
Nah.
She looks like she's becoming a better decision maker.
Yes.
As a point forward.
Man.
I seen her going to the rim finishing on Fee. Shouts to Fee because Fee was, we also after the game, she gave a shout out to Fee. She gave a shout out to Unrivaled. Lisa Leslie was in attendance during this game. Lisa, everybody was. Lisa helped her. It's a full circle moment on Saturday.
Yeah,
that's what happened. And Angel Reese, she's getting better. She's getting better. Let me see how she shot from the floor. She was 8 for 14 from the field. 8 for 14 from the field. She ended with 19 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. She was hooping. Angel had 11 points and 4 rebounds in the first quarter. Your girl, Rachel Banham, I mean, she was shooting a little. She had 3 threes by the top of the second quarter.
Come on. This is what I'm talking about. Like, Rachel,
she ended with 12.
I feel like I got to have a personal conversation with Rachel. Like, I want to pump some life. Right. I want to pump some life back into Rachel Banham. Do y'all know who Rachel Banham is? Like, y'all don't know. That girl can shoot. She can shoot. I watched her when she played at Minnesota. You don't score over 3,000 points in college for nothing. Okay? Rachel, I want to see you have a coming out party because I know you can shoot, girl. I know you can. I seen you do it. Let's go. This second half of the year, like after the All-Star break, I need to see you get in. Like go in. Rachel, I need to see you go in. Like show everybody else what I know. That's all I want. Show everybody else what I know. Okay? That's my public service announcement to Rachel Banham.
There you go. This was a huge win for Chicago. And Ariel Atkins.
I heard she was hooping.
27. Hooping. She had 16 first half points.
Yeah.
Stop playing with that girl. Chicago was looking all right on Saturday.
You know what I see?
Feet, they made a push, but
I needed to see Ariel do this because I know, you know what? Ariel was fed up when she did the post game presser when she was defending Angel. That's when I seen it come out of her. I said, "Oh, she got it in her. She got it in her." Ariel, I want to see that. I need 27 a game now. You done pulled that out the bag? Come on. And she a lefty, so she get crazy. Yo. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Chicago, I was just I've been smiling watching Angel play.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing the improvement in real time. Camilla, we're seeing it. So
Yeah, I just love when you see players gain their confidence. Oh my, yo, I don't. So the reporters can't tell you this because they've never experienced it. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you here today. Confidence is the number one thing that a player must have in order to succeed in sports. You have to have uncompromising confidence in yourself. And where does confidence come from? Preparation, in the gym, doing the work. All right. It comes from experience and continuing to put in the work. Confidence. I'm confident because I've been in the gym for months getting ready. All right. Like we put in the work. I don't know who else. Like we I can't speak for everybody. I can just speak from what we know. We were in the gym all the time. We were watching basketball all the time. Like New York City summers, we're not in the house at all. We going from UDC to Dykeman to Hoops in the Sun to Raj Strickland to like basketball all day to Pro City to what's Kingdom to we just happen. Kids gotta watch basketball. Like Hansel Emmanuel was just at Hoops in the Sun. Hooping. Go watch basketball. Like if you really dedicated, go watch basketball. Like this is what I tell the kids and they look at me like I got 5 heads. Y'all just want to watch highlights all day. Highlights don't tell the whole story. Like if you watch the highlights from the first half of the Liberty game, you wouldn't have thought that they would have won the game. Played terrible in the first half. But yeah, man, confidence. Number 1 ingredient. Confidence, okay? Shantae could tell you we used to get smacked when we were 10 and 11. But when we turned 12, 13, 14, 15, we running the city, dog. Like, and we a small A team. We ain't got that money. We ain't got nobody behind us. I remember when we went to Jersey and we beat that team. What's his name? The white guy with the little toupee. I forgot his name, but he was talking hot stuff. You on mute.
Is it Bergen?
Yes.
Bergen
Come on.
Blaze?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bergen Blaze. Thought they was hot stuff. They thought they was hot stuff until they ran into us. Okay, so you just got to go on the journey and continue the journey. There's actually a quote that I wanted to read because I seen this quote today. It's actually from the poet Rumi. Okay. As you start to walk on the way appears. Clarity doesn't come before action. It comes from action. So you can say it as much as you want, but until you do, ain't nothing gonna happen. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm done. But you're right. Yeah, absolutely correct. Confidence does come with preparation, or from preparation.
Yes.
That's a gem for the evening. But
Fact.
yeah, I love to see the players gaining their confidence. It's showing. Shouts to Angel. Shouts to Camilla. Look, Jody clapping. Spin dot. Yeah, see they clapping for you. Football.
I appreciate y'all. I really be going into I feel like I be going into a trance,
Martin
dog.
Luther Brittany. It's Martin Luther Brittany. But you're right. Um, but yeah, no, that was a really big win for
It
Chicago. I
was.
think this is the first win they got with or against a 500 plus team or something, a team over 500. So that was a big win. Um, and then the Aces and the Valkyries. This was a close game. Um, this is the first game back for Asia Wilson after spraining her wrist. And it's as if she never sprained her wrist. I just want to tell y'all. She had a 30 piece. She had a 30. She had 34. Jackie Young had 30.
That's what we need to see.
That is what we need to see. Right behind them was your girl Jewel Lloyd. Now Asia and Kayla Thornton had a little. Asia Wilson got a tech this game. I remember they gave Asia Wilson a tech. Kayla was doing a little bit too much. But nonetheless, it was a good game. The Valkyries, they always have like really well balanced offense. Um,
Mm-hmm.
everybody gets off on their team and everybody knows their role. That's what we seeing.
That's a fact.
Everybody knows the role on their team and they play it well. Kayla Thornton, she had 10 points. Temi, she had 13. Tiffany had 16. Veronica Burton, 11. Like well balanced scoring. It really came down to the fourth. I think maybe with 3 or 4 minutes left, or no, maybe less than that. Maybe 3 or 2 minutes left in the game. The Valkyries cut it to one. So it went down to the wire, not the wire, but it went down to the like late in the fourth. The Valkyries could have pulled out the win, but nobody's stopping Asia Wilson, and nobody had an answer for Jackie Young. That's what happened. Nobody.
Mm.
Asia shot 12 for 16 from the field. She has 16 rebounds. 34 and 16 is nuts.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And y'all be talking crazy about that woman.
She came in with a jersey dress.
Yeah.
Like,
And it was following the comments. She had a
yeah.
jersey dress. And then it's funny because then, she had the do-rag and
Yeah. Bam.
yeah, he's like, oh, I was taking my do-rags. But
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, she's just showing up and killing. Again, smoking everybody in the league.
Facts.
So yeah, that was Saturday's games, and then we got today. Indiana versus Dallas. Everybody was very excited about this, or media was trying to hype it because you had Caitlin Clark versus your girl Paige. So Indiana left with the win, 102-83. Dallas defense looked horrible. I'm gonna just start
Mm.
there. Terrible.
Mm.
I like the pace at the beginning of the game, because both teams were getting out in transition and getting easy transition buckets, but that also lends to my point, like there was really no off like transition defense. Excuse me. Um, but Dallas, their defense looked. It was like as if it was non-existent today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I also want to give a shout out to Caitlin Clark. I mean, everybody talks about how Caitlin Clark's passing is just. If you run, she's going to find you.
Right.
If you run out of transition, she's going to find you. And that's exactly what happened today, like every other day. She had 13 assists today. 13 assists,
Mm.
finding her teammates. And not for nothing, this is probably the first game in which she kind of looked like herself, even though she excuse me, she still shot terribly from the field. She was 4 for 12. She's still not shooting well. She shot 2 for 7 from the three. Um, but I will say that she looked a little bit more like herself, even though she was still struggling to shoot today. She looked like she's trying to get back. Aaliyah Boston, she has 17 points today. Kelsey Mitchell, she had 20 points today. Sophie Cunningham, 13. Natasha Howard, 18. Paige, Paige, Paige.
She was hooping today.
She's mad efficient. She shot 9 for 15 from the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
9 for 15 from the field, had 21 points today, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Real solid game. Um, and she led the team in scoring. Arike only had 2 points today.
Really?
She only had 2 points today. It's
Yeah,
not,
that's
come
not
on.
good.
That's unacceptable. Listen,
It's terrible.
Paige was leading. So, like I said, Indiana got the win. Then the Liberty versus Atlanta. I wasn't all the way tapped into this game. I mean, I was watching it, but I was also distracted. But the Liberty win, it was a gutsy win. I did pay attention to the third and fourth, specifically because in the first and the second, the Liberty was struggling to find offense or get the ball
Yeah,
in the basket. They were
man.
struggling, man.
I hate when they go on those droughts, dog.
Yeah, it
It's,
was struggling bad. It was like at one point it was like 11 to 20 something. Like I remember that it was like 11 to
uh-huh.
21 or
24.
24.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm gonna turn real quick. I
Yeah.
turned the channel. I was like, I'll come back. But then they started cutting out the lead a little bit going into halftime. However, Atlanta was still up by 11 at the half. But what's crazy is Brittany has mentioned before on this podcast that the Liberty, going into the third, they tend to, fall
Mm-hmm.
apart. However, that didn't happen today. They actually put the Jets on in the
Right.
third, and they came out and started on a run. And then they tied it in the third, 49-49, with less than 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And then they took the lead with less than a minute left in the third. So they was moving with a sense of urgency today. I liked to see it, especially at home. Um, I mean, as we've been talking about, I think that they really miss JJ offensively. Like they're missing her really bad.
They sure
But Leonie Feebage
Yeah, she showed up today.
showed up.
I think they mentioned Sandy Brondello saying they needed her to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
And yes, from the jump, she was aggressive.
Yes.
Going to the rack, shooting threes. Like, Leonie.
You gotta,
The
yeah.
one thing I don't like about Leonie is that she be deferring. Leonie, rise up into your stardom. Like, you are a star also. Like she go overseas, she's killing. Leonie, do the same thing here. Continue to be aggressive. Because if you not, then that's gonna be a bad look for the Liberty. Because these scoring droughts are really insane. Like it's hard to watch when they're not offensively clicking. Like also too, Sabrina, I love Sabrina. Her passing ability, she's been diamond. I'm gonna be honest. She's been diamond. Like the little pocket passes, little pocket bounce passes, she's been getting that off. But Her discernment when she's struggling from the field has to increase. What I mean when I say that, when she's struggling shooting, it's like she's hoping that it goes in. Like she's jacking and hoping that it goes in and wishing that it goes in instead of shooting it confidently. If it's not working, and I understand, she's impacting the game in other ways, right? Getting rebounds, getting assists. But when your shot is not falling, because I was a shooter, and if I'm going into a slump, I need to see the ball go into the hoop to get my confidence back up. She has to drive downhill. She has to get into pick and roll action and get other people involved. She has to attack the basket when her shot is not falling. It's like she shies away from doing that when it's time for her to do that. Also, too, Natasha Cloud got a text from the bench today. Her passion is unprecedented, okay? Like, getting a text from the bench is crazy. But I loved it because I think after she got that tech, that's when they started to turn it up. But that's what you do. Like when your coach get a tech, your coach is riding for you. So we gotta go. It's time for us to step it up. So I liked that Liberty showed their experience today. They were down at least 19 points. And they really clawed their way back. But yeah, Phoebage, how much did Stewie shoot from the field goal today? Because it just seems like Stewie's also off.
7 for 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stewie's off. Like it seems like she's just forcing a lot of shots. And I think that's because they missing JJ also. Like JJ allows them to, like, she's just a big presence, so she takes up so much attention. But yeah, Stewie just looks like she's forcing a lot of shots.
I just don't like how she looks unsure on offense. Like when she gets the
Yeah,
ball,
she's
point,
right.
I'm starting to, question her decision, like her decision making, whether she's dribbling the ball, when she gets caught in midair, about to pass the ball. It's just
Yeah.
a lack of certainty that is coming off on the floor with Stewie, that I don't know where that I don't know where that started. I know we kind of saw that last season.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's not kind of it's
It is.
trickling into this season. Um,
And she knows it too. Because
yeah,
she says it. She knows she's shooting bad. Because the last game I went to, when we did Scrum interview, she was like, I know, I sucked today. And she's like, I'm allowed to say that because, I'm going to keep it a buck, basically. But she knows something's going on. I'm going to just say that. There's something going on where there's a block going on somewhere. Okay? And I'm pretty sure something will be revealed down the line. Just like we knew something was revealed when, like last year, something about somebody passed away, right? One of her significant people in her life passed away. So that obviously can take a big toll on you. So I think something else is going on, man, with her. Because she looks uncertain. And Stewie is a seasoned veteran. She shouldn't be looking uncertain. I also want to shout out Izzy Harrison because she had a great game too today. There was one play where she took it up BG's chest.
I know what you're talking about. Yes,
I was like, yeah, I like that. You already know what my wish is, so we're not even gonna say that out loud. But I really enjoyed that. And she was just giving them energy today. Like getting offensive rebounds. You know, she helped the Liberties morale today for sure. Like the energy. So I enjoyed watching the Liberty make that comeback today.
Yeah, no, it was a good game. Gutsy win. Um, the Sparks just won 92-88. Um, Definitely got to go back and watch because Rakia had a game. She had 19.6 rebounds. Sanaya Rivers, she had 20.6 rebounds. So just spoke about, offensively for Sanaya. Definitely, I'm going to go back and watch that game. Um, Looking at the Mystics versus the Storm, it's going down to the final few seconds. It's 5.7. Well, never mind. The Storm lose.
Mm,
Storm lost to the Mystics 74-69. So
really?
I gotta go back and watch that as well. Make sure that
Ooh.
make sure that y'all go back and catch those games on replay if you were not watching while we've been live. Those seem like just with the numbers themselves. I mean, the scores themselves. It looks, it gives. They're both good games, so check them out.
Facts.
Um, that was our recap of the games over the weekend. Make sure that y'all tap in with. Oh yeah, make sure that y'all connect with us. Follow us on all social media platforms.
That was a perfect segue.
Yeah, LinkedIn. Nah, that was you. LinkedIn, Twitter, X, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure that you scan that QR code. You scan, you'll find all of that there. Make sure you tap in with us. So thank y'all for continuing to check us out. We are an hour in. We just went over. Um, we recapped the games starting from Friday. We also had a couple of questions come in since today is our 100th episode. So if you missed that, make sure you check us out on replay. Um, and as a reminder, next week, right? This week, actually, excuse me, is All Star Weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
All Star
We,
Weekend
yeah.
starting Thursday. Um, so make sure you tap into that. Um, it is in Indiana. So
Shout out to
looking forward.
Indiana.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing just all the things that are happening. And yeah, we'll recap that as well after that's completed. So now we are moving into. Brittany talked about this a little bit earlier about just the players, the WNBA players. Jody asked if we're on Threads. I don't know if we're on Threads.
I know personally I'm on Threads, but
Yeah, but like 21 titles? That's a good question, Jody. I don't think we are. And if we are, I know we're not active. So she said that engagement is picking up on Threads. So we'll have to check
okay.
that out. Thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Um, so the WNBA players, they called out the league's proposal for fixed salary cap, saying that their proposal was inadequate. Um, there's been a lot of conversation as of late with the current CBA. Um, the current CBA was agreed to back in 2020 and would have expired in 2027, but the players exercised their right to opt out early in October 2024. So that is why we're here now with these negotiations. And the WNBA and its players are less than 4 months away from the October 31st expiration date of their current collective bargaining agreement. And the two sides remain at odds. um, the WNBPA received its first counter proposal last week.
Hmm.
The last week of June. But it was far from anything that the players would consider agreeing upon. But one of the biggest things that they've been discussing is revenue sharing. And if you
Yeah.
don't know, under the current CBA, the salary cap has increased by a fixed rate of 3% every year beginning in 2020, meaning the salary caps for each year of the current CBA were locked in by 2020. However, this fixed increase was negotiated for at a time when the league's business outlook was uncertain. So these players are looking for more money for
So
revenue sharing. As the money, go ahead.
new guidance is needed.
Basically, because there's new things to consider. You got the
Right.
media rights deal. You got so many new things happening. The expansion of teams. The
Right.
money is coming in, so that means that the share that these women or players should get should increase.
Yeah.
As the league increases, these players' shares need to increase. Right, there needs to be a better revenue split. However, it seems like they just haven't come to some sort of agreement as of yet. Um,
I
you
am
know,
I am very interested to seeing what the percentage is going to be increased to. Because if y'all don't know, NBA now has a 50-50 revenue sharing split. They've worked their way to get there over time. That means 50 goes to the owners, 50 go to the players. I believe the NFL has a similar model. WNBA players basically have a 10 to 90% split. It's currently at 9.6. According to the article I read by Grace Ford on MSN.com, they are at a 9.6. So basically, you round that up 10. 10% to the players, 90% to the owners. Yeah, we're going to need more. Like, what? This is what Kelsey Plum was screaming out about a couple of years ago when she was talking about revenue sharing. This is why she was so mad. Like when you look at the numbers, it's that's insane. 10 to 90. Okay?
yes,
On
and
top of them wanting better,
facilities, better
right?
maternity leave policy,
Stronger family planning,
all of that.
support, professional standards,
Hmm.
expanded retirement benefits.
Hmm.
Come on. Take care of them.
Right, and a lot of the conversations be about the salary, but as Brittany and also what we're talking about is deeper than just the salary, right?
Right.
Like these are basic things that need to be implemented so that the players are okay. Again, not to like come at the W, but to come at the W, y'all talk about, y'all care about the players because that's the PR part of it all, right? Like this is our message and this is how we really feel, but your actions don't demonstrate that this is how y'all really feel. Because if in fact that is how y'all really feel, the policies would reflect that. They just don't. They don't. And so there needs to be a change. And again, I feel like we've said this before. If the players need to stand on business and have a lockout, it is what it is.
The WNBA is on that do as I say, not as I do type energy.
I don't
And
like it.
that's really the opposite of how people learn. Is you can't tell somebody to do something if you can't do it yourself, or if you're not doing that yourself. We care, yeah, then show us you care.
No. And Kathy, I saw in that article, NECA talking about Kathy told her that the players are not, they don't have business acumen.
Oh my God.
She
Oh my God.
said, Kathy said something of the sort before. Again, like we're gonna peel back the layers of it all and peel back the blinds.
Yeah.
The end of the day, they look at these players as products.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
They think that they don't know anything. They think that they're silly, that they don't pay attention. And that's why I'm going to just say it. I think that the players, if in fact the W keeps BSing with proposals, we're going to get to a lockout. Because there's no way y'all say those things, Kathy, you say those things about these players and they know it and you say it to them and they don't stand on business. But the truth of the matter is you need them to play. You need them to play. So
Yeah.
I think that that's utterly ridiculous that she would even outwardly and verbally like say those
Express that.
things. Yeah, why would like
That's crazy. Yeah, facts.
yeah. I think that's nuts. So Kathy, if in fact if she said that, out of line, out of pocket, but I'm not surprised.
Oh,
I'm not shocked. So we'll see how it goes. I love the fact that the players are being very vocal about how they're not pleased
yeah,
about what is being negotiated or even proposed. I love that. Get the people involved.
right.
Get the people's backing.
I love that Satu came out and was like, yeah, it was a slap in the face. I mean, I love that she expressed that because in earlier times, players wouldn't have had the courage to do that because I mean, this climate right now calls for that. Like we have, I think the athletes have an upper hand at this point. Like, bro, we got a lot of other issues to address first,
Mm-hmm.
So
So
shout out to people as vocal as Satu, because she's
we'll see how it goes.
yeah.
We shall see. We'll keep y'all updated. On a brighter note, Angel Reese, not only is she getting better on the court, but baby, her portfolio is continuing to increase. I mean, this week we saw her reveal the Reebok Angel Reese ones, which is her signature model sneaker.
Yeah.
She's only the second player in WNBA history to receive a signature sneaker from Reebok. The first one being Rebecca Lobo. And then on top of that, on the same day, we saw that the NBA 2K26 cover, the WNBA edition, she's on it. She
Mm,
unveiled, they unveiled it. She had her signature sneaker on the cover. It was fire.
that's fire.
It like her team continues to do things the right way. Like shout out to her team. They've been killing since college. I don't know, like I only know about one woman. I can't think of her name that uh is part of her team, but I need to know who else is on there because
Hmm.
hmm
They doing it. She got a great team behind her. Let's say that. Great one.
yeah,
It's like y'all seen the rollout for the clips.
don't get me started.
Y'all seen that? Like it was that was not microwaved because
No,
a lot of y'all like microwave stuff. That was slow cooked in the cauldron. Okay, they really took their time. That's Angel's team also too.
yeah, just aligning her correctly, properly, with the right brands at the right time. You know, they're getting it done. So shouts to her and shouts to her team. Um, Angel Reese, she gonna keep killing. So that's all I can say. Congratulations. We're gonna move on to we're gonna talk a little bit about the conflict of interest, or if there really is a conflict of interest. Last week we had a fan, it appeared to be a WNBA fan, tweet. Um, something about Fee and Stewie creating a conflict of interest, being on the WMBPA board as vice presidents, and then also, you know, founding Unrivaled, which is a competing basketball league, quote unquote, um, and Fee and Stewie being, in the rooms with proprietary information while negotiating on behalf of the CBA. So a fan said that Stewie, there's a conflict of interest because Stewie and Fee are in there negotiating. Um, we already recorded the episode. It's going to be releasing tomorrow with under our podcast with DA. Shouts to the 9450. Um, but we kind of just break down, some arguments as to whether it really is a conflict of interest or whether it is not a conflict of interest. Um, Brianna Stewart and Fee, specifically Fee, responded, essentially saying that it's not a conflict of interest, because her and Stewie are focused on the league as a whole and the players, not solely themselves. So, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that Fee and Stewie's involvement on the WNBPA board or team presents as a conflict of interest? Make sure that you tune into like I said, our episode will be up tomorrow to hear our thoughts about it. But we're definitely interested in hearing what y'all think about it as well.
Facts.
Moving on, we're gonna get into NIL news. Speaking of sneakers, Juju, I mean, she's still in college. Wait, let's pause. Yeah. Svendak, you're absolutely correct. The optics look a little look interesting. Talking about Fee and Stewie. Um they do. Um Juju, she about to go into her junior year. Unfortunately, we know she tore her ACL at the end of last season, but we got another terror on our hands. And with that being said, she's about to get her own signature shoe as a junior.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, yeah, as a junior.
Whew. In college?
That's different.
Yeah. And the shoes that she's pulling influences from, like the shoe is gonna be fire.
Look at the shoe. Don't that remind you? I can't even think of it. You
The
know what
hyper
shoe
flights.
Yes. But
Yes,
remember when we first had
yes.
Yo,
The hyper flights.
I had me a pair.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Them joints look like that.
Yeah.
Also, too, they put the foam posit influence in there too. That's what I read. It was
Oh, okay.
foam posits.
I can see it.
Cause the foam posits, them joints was always so heavy. Like
Oh
just
yeah.
looking at foam posits, they just looked heavy. But these is a hybrid between a hyperflight and a foam posit. That's crazy. Because we used to have the hyperflight shoes.
Yeah. So this is
Nostalgic.
fire. Yeah.
The ACM infrastructures.
Yo.
You know what? I actually like that. You know what? Because we was talking about how like sneakers, a lot of people wearing the low cut. You see how that's going to protect that ankle. Look at that.
Yo, it's so crazy how like where we started with sneakers. Like
Yeah.
we always wanted a high top sneaker. Like
Facts.
ankle protecting sneaker
Yeah.
was so important to us back then. Not to sound mad, like not that old. So it wasn't that long ago. But like, yeah, to see just the transition from like ankle protecting sneakers to like people wanting to like preferring to wear low cut sneakers has been very interesting to see. Um, all the cutting you're doing, like the running you're doing. But yeah, you're right. Like these look a little bit. These are not. They don't appear to be low cut um, sneakers. So I wonder now when sneakers are being developed if like injuries are at the forefront of considering designs at this point, because just the rate of injuries have
Yeah,
increased so much. I think I would hope that that's a consideration now.
facts. Yeah,
So, but this is amazing, Juju. Like, I'm looking forward to her return. Definitely not rushing her though. It's ACL tear, so. But this is great news. This is exciting news for her. Again, she's only a junior. And the sky really is the limit for Juju. So, congratulations to her.
facts. Fire.
Moving on, March Madness. So you mentioned this earlier, Brittany. The NCAA, they're thinking about expanding March Madness to as many as 76 teams next year. So, um, I think right now there's 68 teams. So to expand it to 72 or 76 is a lot. I don't know how this is going to play into um, where
Huh?
the I don't know how that's going to play into just how the conferences can get paid depending on
Mm.
how deep they go into the
The
tournament.
unit system.
Thank you. Couldn't think of it. The unit system.
Yeah,
Um, just wondering how this is gonna play out with that.
right.
But yeah, they're thinking about expanding it to 76 teams. The NCAA Division One men's and women's basketball committees met last week, and yeah, the topic of expanding the field for each championship was discussed at length, but no decision or recommendation was made. Like I said, they're thinking about expanding it to either 72 or 76 um, in advance of the 2026 or 2027 championship.
So we already have what 68 now because of the first four that they
Yeah,
added. What are they gonna do before the first four? Maybe it'll be like Elite Eight now or first eight,
maybe
and then we play into the 64.
with 64. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's so they're gonna have to have more rounds. Essentially,
Mm-hmm. But then how does that play into like the women's side when we don't get a break?
damn, that's a good question.
Like we already don't get a break, and then WNBA season starts right up.
Oh man,
So I don't know.
everything would have to be pushed back, bro, or pushed ahead. Wow, yeah, a lot of stuff to think about and consider
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
expansion.
We'll
I want to
see.
see what they do.
I just don't want them to rush, and then it also messes up like
Yeah, don't mess up the most important time of the year.
yeah. We look
That's
forward to
first
that.
world problem.
So so
Wow.
we'll have to see. um, did you want to talk about your girl
Who?
Kennedy? I mean, the week before our last episode, we talked about how Venmo
Girl.
and PayPal they're taking over for Big 12 because they're going to be helping student athletes get their payouts of revenue sharing now that the House settlement has happened. So
And then she get a solo deal.
She gets a deal with Venmo.
Yo, and then also too, I forgot we didn't talk about this, but I seen this. She got some girl to come there, like another big time girl,
For real? From what school?
a catcher, some catcher. Like she recruited her to. She said she wanted to play with Najee. She like, I'm coming here to play with her. I
Mm-hmm.
think she's a catcher, so that makes sense because Najee is a pitcher.
Yes.
Okay, like she must be the real deal if she got people saying, "Look, I want to come play with her." That's that's called recruiting. Okay, that is I really love that. According to the news release, Kennedy Olivia Miles from TCU and Arizona State football quarterback Sam Levite will receive a portion of their NIL payments into their personal Venmo accounts and show off how the cards work. I take pride in helping pave the way for the next generation of female athletes, Kennedy said in the news release. This partnership with Venmo will help create real financial empowerment for athletes, and I'm excited to help them break new ground as part of it. I mean, the first softball player to rack in $2 million is now also about to get another personal NIL deal with Venmo. That's big time.
Venmo really about to get to it. They,
Yeah,
they, they. I mean, they are getting to it. They already signed their deals with the Big 12, man. That's and PayPal,
mm.
Venmo and PayPal, brilliant.
PayPal strikes again.
It just shows like stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready. They've been doing this for quite some time. This is an ample opportunity. Like this is the time for them to get to it. So
Mm.
shouts to PayPal. Nah, not shouts to y'all because y'all don't sponsor us, man. But you know what I mean. That's hate. I'm like, they don't sponsor us, man.
She said
But
that's
but
great.
that's fire. And then lastly, in our NIL segment, we are talking a little bit about the Big East, which Brittany was a part of. And back then, that was the real Big East.
Yeah,
It was the real Big East. But as of late, it hasn't been hitting how
it's been
we
the weak
remember.
East. The
Wow.
weak East. That's what it's been. The weak East.
It hurts my heart to say that. That's
Yeah,
that's true. But what I love to see is that after a decade apart, ESPN and the Big East, they're rekindling their media rights relationship. So on Tuesday, it was announced by ESPN that it has signed a deal to broadcast hundreds of Big East events, including men's and women's basketball, in a new 6-year deal beginning in 2025-2026. So ESPN said, we're pleased to welcome the Big East back to ESPN. This agreement returns one of the country's premier conferences and its tradition of excellence to ESPN platforms and continues to strengthen the college offering on our industry leading direct to consumer and streaming services. We look forward to this new chapter in our relationship in the Big East. So, if you didn't know, the Big East was they signed their first ever media rights deal back with ESPN in 1980. Um, and that relationship continued for decades. And then in 2013, it broke apart because of the whole thing happening with the conference, realignment. We talked a little bit about this maybe close to a year ago. Um, but because of that, the contract ended in 2013. And since then, the relationship was severed. But now they're back. And I think it's gonna be good for the Big East to be back on ESPN.
yeah.
It's yeah, like I remember back when we used to watch the Big East on ESPN.
All
So
the
I feel
time.
like I feel like this is gonna help the conference.
Yeah. My daughter's in the background. She like, you been on there too long. But
Right.
yeah, the biggies. Yeah, y'all need that exposure because y'all haven't been the best conference to watch in the past couple of years. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like that.
Me too. Um, they did it right. I think they got it right here. So we are now shifting into our tech segment where we talk about tech news or Web3 news or even investing news. But make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. Brittany had it up. Make sure that you tap in with us. Thank you so much. Um, but we are going to get into it. Denmark is not playing. Denmark is not playing when it comes to AI and the way that people are utilizing people's faces without permission. The deep fakes that we're seeing, first of all, this photo is crazy of Pope Francis. This is a crazy photo, but Denmark doesn't want this happening. Um, and so what they're doing is they are changing copyright law in Denmark to ensure that everyone has the right to keep their own body, facial features, and voice. The Danish government said on Thursday it would strengthen protection against digital imitations of people's identities with what it believes to be the first law of its kind in Europe. Having secured broad cross-party agreement, the Department of Culture plans, I love that they have a Department of Culture. They plan to submit a proposal to amend the current law for consultation before the summer recess and then submit the amendment, in the fall. And so the Danish culture minister, he says that human beings can be run through the digital copy machine and be misused for all types of purposes, and I'm not willing to accept that. Listen, I love this. We've been seeing a lot. I mean, as of late, we've even been seeing influencers, well, AI generated influencers.
Yes, insane.
Insane, but like, what if you seen an AI generated influencer with your face, Brittany? Without your permission. Like, that's not you. That's not you.
Yeah, that's
That's not
crazy.
you. So I love that the Danish government is getting on top of it, and I hope that it trickles down to the United States. Because I mean, when it comes to copyright law and AI, I mean, Brittany was just getting that Timberland a few weeks ago. I seen a lot of people coming at Timberland. I follow one of Pope pulling up clean is crazy, but it's true. He looks
Nah,
crazy.
he look that
I mean,
bubble
the
is
jacket is
fire.
listen, the coat fire, but that's not the fact that y'all said, yo, let me put the Pope in that coat.
Right, it's
It's
crazy.
crazy. It's crazy.
He look fire though. That's what they want you to say. They want to be like, oh, he look good.
It looks crazy without any permission, so they can put you in a place that you never were. That can also get dangerous, right? So I appreciate the Danish government taking some steps to do this, because AI is getting, I mean, while it has great use, like positive use, I feel like Brittany and I always talk about the negative side of it too, and it can get out of control. And so I like that they're taking preventative measures to stop this. um just wanted to put y'all on to that. And then in culture news, we will be interviewing. We have a special guest coming on Beyond the 9450 this week from On Time Agency, Aaron Pearlstein. Make sure that you tap in with us on replay, and also probably watch it on YouTube. It should be up on Wednesday of this week. We're going to be talking to him a little bit about On Time Agency, NIL, getting his thoughts and opinions on that. That should be a really great interview. So make sure that you tap in for that. Brittany, did you want to add anything? I know you wanted to. talk a little bit about the merch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited that we about to do this interview with On Time Agency. Like, if y'all don't know, that agency was essentially started by former players. So we're seeing a lot more player-driven agencies kind of pop up, and they were kind of like one of the first that we that caught our eye. So I'm very excited to participate in that conversation this week. And yeah, we're done with the show. We're getting into the festivities now. Getting into the festivities. Yeah, we got some merch, y'all. Y'all know that I went to Rutgers, so want to grace the people with some Rutgers merch. Okay, look, it still got tags on it, y'all. So I ain't wear it. It's new. Okay, we got a warm up shirt here. What size is this? Large. Okay, got a large. Yeah. Okay. Got another shirt here. It's a medium. Okay, look at that. Rutgers women's basketball. I know the controversy of Rutgers women's basketball this year. Keomi McMillan, all that. I know. But I can still get a shirt, okay? And these are actually nostalgic because Rutgers is going to Nike now. They just signed, so just to give y'all some history. When I went to Rutgers, we were a Nike school. And obviously, we talk about contracts and stuff like that behind the scenes. So they been with Adidas for the past few years, and I could not stand that. I'm gonna be very honest. So this is probably the last of the Adidas Rutgers gear right here. Okay. And then we got like a nice like little windbreaker kind of shirt. Let's see. This is also a medium. Okay. So how do you think we're gonna do this giveaway? I feel like y'all should tell me if y'all want to participate. I got some tickets. I'll write your name on the ticket and we'll throw it in the hat. All right.
And yeah, maybe we should do that. And even if people watch it on replay, like you can get some names here, and then maybe by the end of the week, that's by Friday, we're cutting off the entries.
Okay. Yeah.
By Friday, because you could DM. Jody says she wants to participate, so you could put Jody's name in there.
All right.
But tell a friend and tell a friend. By Friday, we're gonna close off entries. If you want to DM us, or actually when you could DM us, and then when we post this episode on Tuesday on our Instagram, we'll have people comment if they want to enter.
Yes. So we definitely got Jody in the mix. Jody, we got you. We got. I'm pretty sure Spin Doc will want to be in the mix. Okay. So yeah, if you want to be a part of the little giveaway, one of those three, yeah, I might even throw one of my books in there too. Like, this is what I was questioning. This is what I told you at the beginning of the show, because I don't know if I'm feeling real nice. I actually want to give this away because I don't know. Maybe we might have to do a tutorial, but because we talk about cryptocurrency and making sure that you own your keys and you put it on a hardware wallet. I got a hardware wallet. We might do a giveaway for this too. Okay. We got a Ledger Nano S, and yes, I got it directly from the manufacturer because that's what you got to do. You got to go straight to Ledger. So we might raffle this off too. I don't know. Yeah, Ledger. Yes, see, Spin Doc know. Spin Doc knows the significance of this. Okay, because We also blockchain baddies. He said, "Don't." Yes, I knew this would entice some people. Okay, we got a blockchain. All right, we got a hardware wallet. Okay, maybe every 100 episodes we'll do giveaways. I like this. Ledger, this is right here, right now. We saying it. Ledger, we would like for y'all to become a sponsor. Do I have to join an affiliate program? Because,
No, for real.
like,
'Cause I still got
seriously,
mine.
seriously, we need to be out here teaching our peoples to about how to shift your money from the exchanges onto your own hardware wallet, because this is important. We was talking about this early and we kind of like fizzled out because I think this conversation was a little ahead of its time when we tried to start, but I think it's coming back now. So this might be something. Would y'all be interested in wallet walkthrough? Remember that, Shantae?
Yo, that's something I should have mentioned when DA was asking questions.
Yes.
We used to have wallet walkthrough Wednesdays,
Yes.
Brittany and I, and we would tweet out we was gonna help our community open a wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And educate. And we had slides and everything. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, that I mean I still think that was a great idea. Um, and maybe we do need to bring it back because education is important. Um, so yeah.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those were the gifts. Now let's get on to some of the games and commentary. Okay, this is the first one up. All right, so y'all know I seen this on the internet. Sideline couture. All right, y'all know the girlies be putting on them things. Throw the fit on. Is this fit with Caitlin Clark a cop or a drop? Okay, Shantae, is this a cop or a drop?
Yo, stop. Because I know what you that's gaslighting. um I want to start off by saying I like the bag with the, I see what's going on. I think it would look. I think the fit would look a little bit. I prefer to go on another like model.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would like
Yeah,
this fit. I'd rock this fit.
but the fact that they put the cord like that's crazy. Who did that? Who did
Ooh,
that?
the internet. That's the internet. The internet is
Not
crazy.
the fit. Yeah, no, I like the fit. Yes.
Okay, this is a cop. All right. Next, yes. Dead funny. Spendock dead funny. Okay. All right. Tell us if this is a cop or a drop in the comments. DM us. What is it for you? Okay. Moving on. All right. So I found this game on the Twitter timeline via our friends over at the Liberty Lead. Okay. So the whole shebang was the Liberty are hitting the road and they need an extra driver. Which bus are you choosing and why? So let me just tell y'all who's on the bus, give y'all the options. Bus number one got Stewie, Niara, and Izzy. Bus number two, you got Rebecca, Markeisha. Sorry, Markeisha, she just got waved today. That's kind of crazy. And Sabrina. Bus number three, Jalen, JJ, and Natasha. And bus number four, Maureen, Kennedy Burke, and Leonie Phoebus. Shantae, you first up. What bus are you choosing?
3.
Why?
Really, because Natasha, I feel like her energy, I love her energy. I would like to get to know her better. And she's just super relatable. I
Right.
think that everybody on bus 3 is relatable. Um,
Yeah, your girl Jalen, you loved her at Colorado.
I did, and you took the words out of my mouth. I'll probably be asking her questions more so about just the transition and things like that. I also want to get on there because JJ sings. I actually learned this week that JJ is a
Yes,
singer, and I
I
love
did.
music,
I
and
did
I
see
would like to learn more about how she started and stuff like that because she sounded amazing. So for those reasons, I would choose bus 3.
that. Okay, I like that. I like that. Um, Me, I'm choosing bus number 4. Um, Phoebage, Kennedy Burke, and Marine. Really, I have aspirations to learn French, so I'm definitely having a conversation with Marine. Can you please teach me? Can you be my mentor? Also, Phoebage, I love schnitzel. I love schnitzel when I was a meat eater. So I need Leonie to introduce me to a couple of German side dishes. I really love red cabbage, German red cabbage. Delicious. Really love it. Okay, so and then Kennedy Burke, she's also played overseas, so I want to talk to her about overseas and her overseas experience and what's like what country she has enjoyed the most thus far. So yeah, number 4 is it for me because I got the overseas connection when I played overseas, and I want to expand my horizons internationally. Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Jody says she would pick bus 3 too. Let us know what. Well, Mr. SC Bread, yeah, we said was good. Thank y'all for tapping in with us. Is there another? I want to see. I want another question.
You want another question?
Oh,
Uh oh, there you go. He gave you one.
oh, Mr. Yeah, yeah. We talked about that. The Valkyries are, I think, surprisingly a good team, and the people on the team know their role and they play it well. Um,
Yeah.
the Aces, they've been struggling to find offense, but you had Asia and Jackie Young get a 30 ball. So the Aces need to continue or be able to pull from the people on their team for offense.
Yeah.
The problem is the only person that's been like super consistent is Asia Wilson.
Right.
But they have offensive threats on the team. Um, Hopefully that answers. But Mr. SC Bread is funny.
Yeah. And then Spindock said he going with bus 3.
Yeah.
Cloud would
Hmm.
probably crack jokes and JJ got a
Right.
playlist. Yeah.
Like I think
Hmm.
that bus is hilarious.
Right.
It's
It's like who
entertaining.
you gonna give the aux to?
Yeah,
In
I would give it to JJ.
yeah,
I agree.
facts. All right. Thank y'all for participating in that game. Last one.
Oh yes, that's the one. Okay, yes.
You need to get a defensive stop to win the game. Obviously, these are your birthday months. The player in your birthday month is the player that needs to get the defensive stop. Are you safe or are you cooked, Shantae?
Again, gaslighting. I'm OD cooked because my birthday is May
Hmm.
and Caitlyn does not play no defense. So whoever she's playing defense on, she's
Yeah.
getting smoked. Yeah, she's getting smoked. So I'm cooked.
Well, fortunately for me, I'm born in February and I got Gabby Williams. I am safe. I'll bet my parlay on Gabby Williams. And I don't even play parlays, y'all. But yeah.
We would get smoked.
Yeah, you getting smoked.
Oh,
But
D. Like,
I'm in the
she shouldn't even be on there.
yeah, she shouldn't be on, man. She's definitely not a.
Are y'all getting smoked? The people watching, are y'all getting smoked or are y'all safe?
Getting smoked or you safe? Getting smoked or you safe? Oh, Mr. Essie Bread just want to talk about the Aces.
Dana has been playing well for the Aces. I like her energy when she's out there. Um and Alyssa Smith, she's coming around too. Yeah, you safe. Everybody's safe but May and June, and that's nasty. I don't know who decided to put it. Come on.
Yeah, that's Jody's safe. She's in January.
Come on, man. Ugh.
Yeah, that internet, y'all got to do better selection there because
No, that's funny.
that right there.
That's hate.
Because even if you in March, April, you safe.
Everybody, let me
Everybody
tell you,
else is safe.
everybody's safe except for May June. That's what I'm trying to
You're
tell
not
you.
safe. You're not safe.
No, no, down bad.
Down bizad.
Mm-hmm,
All right,
mm-hmm.
well, that's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all. 100 of
Yes.
them things. We appreciate y'all.
So
Um,
make sure that you, if you want to enter into the giveaway, Brittany showed some of the merch that she was going to be giving away. She also talked about potentially giving away her book, a copy of her book, as well as a wallet.
yes.
So if you want to enter the giveaway, you have until Friday. But in order to enter, you have to comment on either YouTube or our Instagram post when we post this live. You gotta like it, you gotta share it, and you gotta follow. There will be no more submissions after this Friday. Thank you so much, Spendoc, Jody, and everybody that either hit us up privately or publicly to congratulate us. We really do appreciate it. Seriously, like we really do appreciate it. Um, Again, this started off as something we just wanted to do to bring value to our community, and now we're building community. Y'all, tap in with us every week, and we probably don't say it as often as we should, but it really does mean a lot. And it continue like it motivates us to continue to keep going. So
Thanks.
um, we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Be dizzy. Appreciate the love. And we're going for
Yeah.
another 100. Like
Yeah.
we going for another 100. Like we
We're
gonna keep
gonna
this
see
thing
what
rocking.
happens. We're gonna see what happens. Okay. We have aspirations to continue to get better and continue to expand our horizons. So this ain't
Thanks, Brian.
a one stop. Like we in it for the long haul, y'all. So please make sure y'all following us. Please make sure y'all subscribing to everything that we got. Um, Again, every subscriber, every like, every retweet, every repost helps. All that is free and it don't take that much time. Y'all on your phones anyway. All right, so y'all might as well just help us out and just click it. So please tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you. Absolutely appreciative of our time with y'all. And we'll see y'all again soon. Thank y'all.
Peace.